Hey, what's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. And tonight we're going to be talking about an interview that Azriel did and her coming forward on what she went through with R. Kelly. In this interview, she reveals that she was beaten, she was whelped, she went through a number of things. So we're kind of going to play this and just go over it live and see what you guys think about it. I might even open up the phone lines, let you guys call in, tell me what you guys think about it. But I'm going to give you guys a couple of moments to come on in. So she had went not too long ago to, I want to say, Vegas. And when she went to Vegas, a lot of people were wondering, like, well, where's she getting all this money from this hotel and blah, blah, blah. But the interview that she's in, it looks like the hotel in which she showed not too long ago on her Instagram account. So I'm going to show, hold up, let me pull that up while I kind of wait for you guys to come in to show what she's saying now. So like I said, she came forward, and in this interview, she's saying, she was beaten with a shoe, and, the things that she's witnessed and all of the things that she went through while she was with R. Kelly. So I'm going to get to that. I'm going to play that. And like I said, I think it was at this same time where she kind of had showed this hotel off. And like I said, there was a lot of people who were in the comments and like, where's she getting this money from? And when you see the interview, it kind of looks like this is where it's taking place.
Okay, guys. So, I just got to the win. And I am so happy. Guys, look. Do whatever makes you happy. Like, period. You only live once. Okay? I'm so happy to be in Vegas relieving some stress because I have been so stressed out. But you know what? It's life. You live and you learn, you move on. So. Okay, guys.
Okay, so like I said, she had this video, and like I said, there was a lot of people in the comment section of that video, and they were like, where's she getting the money to do all this? Is she, taking R. Kelly's money? And there was so many comments as to her being in Vegas. So now there is this new interview that she's done, and she's coming forward, and she's pretty much saying, like I said, detailing what she says happened with her and R. Kelly. Now, I've listened to it quite a bit, and when I listened to her talk, it sounds like I was listening to Tasha K talk, honestly. But I don't want to victim shame or to take anything away from her. Whatever happened to her, my heart goes out to her if there was actual factual abuse that happened or whatever. But when I was listening, it sounded a lot like what Tasha K has reported. Like, it sounded like I was listening to her. So with that being said, I'm going to play it. And then I might possibly even open up the phone lines for you guys to listen to it. What she describes, like I said, it's stuff that we've kind of been hearing about, but we haven't really heard anybody on the inside kind of confirm it. But let me play the video for you guys. Hold on, let me go to the right tab first. In order for us to use anybody's work, we have to be able to, it has to be transformative. So what I was saying in between was the story that she just talked about, that my heart goes out to anybody who actually gets physically abused. However, what I was trying to say was when I was listening to it, it sounded like me listening to somebody repeat kind of what Tasha K has said, if you guys understand that. But what I also said is for this type of subject matter, we do not get monetized for this. So for you guys to support my channel, that would be greatly appreciated, because these types of things are not friendly to YouTube, and the subject matter is not friendly to YouTube. But if you guys want me to be up to date and up to speed on what comes out and what people are saying or whatever, then definitely help and support your girl. Okay. And with that being said, I'm going to play some more. Okay, so she starts out, for those of you just coming in, so she starts out by saying basically she had this experience where she was beat with a shoe. and the experience left welts on her entire body from her neck all the way down her body. So I'm going to play that. And then when there comes parts where there are parts that you read and things like that, I'm going to read those. And that's what I was doing the first go round, but my mic was muted, unfortunately. So I'm sorry. But and this, I don't own this content, so I have to pause it. I'm sorry. I know it's annoying. Other people might play it all the way through. That's them. But me on my page, I have to protect my page and follow the rules, where you have to use, if you use other people's content, you have to make it transformative. You have to pause it. You have to talk throughout it and stuff like that. So here is that.
Beat me with a shoe, a size 12 foot Air
Thank you
Force
for the
One,
donation.
and he beat me all over, which felt like hours, and I was whelped all the way from my neck down. I met him when I was 17. Someone from his
Okay, so it says, this is Azriel Clary, former girlfriend of disgraced R&B singer R. Kelly.
I met him when I was 17. Someone from his entourage came and gave me Robert's number on a sheet of paper, and that was the start of everything.
Azriel claims R. Kelly has hundreds of victims in every city across the U.S. And thank you so much, everybody who's sending in a donation. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, Tiff. You support all my videos. And thank you, Dr. DaCosta. Thank you so much. Okay, and then it says, but says that they'll never come forward because he blackmailed them into silence. So what she says next is that basically some girls will do something degrading as far as molesting a young person. And what I was saying the first time around, it kind of sounded like the Tasha K video. But if she says she's there, she could have been there, and that could have been whose Tasha K's source was, you know?
He has girlfriends in every city. He has flings in every city. You know, there's usually 3 main cities in every state, so 3 times 50. That lets you know how many, women is probably out there, and that's probably not even hitting it on the nail. He makes.
Okay, and so this is the part where she goes in and she starts to talk about how he makes them do degrading stuff. And I know, like I said, it's annoying for me to pause, but I have to. I'm sorry.
Everyone do very degrading stuff, whether on film or, he makes them do degrading stuff. Writing it down, he makes them sign it. And I think a lot of women are ashamed or embarrassed to come out because of stuff like that, because it'll be incriminating them. There's so much stuff. He has letters of people saying that they've stole from him. He has letters of, people saying that, they've been molested or touched by, their parents or their brothers or a family member.
Okay, so she says that he makes them write letters to say that they were touched by a family member. He makes them write letters to say that they were touched by, somebody. And then she goes further in detail about what he allegedly makes them do.
He even has people on film molesting their younger nieces or younger brothers. And so I know a lot of women out there are embarrassed and are humiliated and are ashamed to come.
Okay, and so then she says that he has people on film, and I know you guys just heard it out of her mouth, but basically she said that he has people on film messing with their younger brother and their younger siblings. And like I said, I don't think that there's that much brainwashing in the world. Just me personally, I don't see that as an excuse. If somebody messes with their younger sister or their younger brother, they are just sick. And I don't think that that is, not saying that he hasn't told them to do it, but if they actually did that, to me, brainwashing is not an excuse, if that makes sense. I'm not excusing him. Like if he told her to do that, then I don't want people to say, oh, because brainwashing is not an excuse. Like, just wanting to be in R. Kelly's good graces is not an excuse to me at all. period. If you do things like that, then you just, I don't know, if you write a letter to say, oh, this person touched me and they did not, I feel like that shows your character as well. If I come to a person, I don't care how much money they have, if they say, hey, write on here that your mom molested you, fuck you, I'd rather be broke. I love my mama. I'm not doing that. So I feel like anybody who participated in anything like that, that shows their character as well. And I don't think that there's that much brainwashing in the world. Period.
Come out because this man had that much power to control me, to molest my younger niece or to molest my younger brother. You know, I wouldn't, you know, personally, had I ever done anything like that, I would be entirely too ashamed to come forward. Thankfully, I've never been in that situation, but have I seen it done to other women? Yes, I have.
Okay, so it says, Azriel was one of R. Kelly's 5 live-in girlfriends, but was given the title of being his number 1 girl. So I guess the rumors, I guess, can be validated because a lot of people said that, you know, she was said to have been the number 1 girl. And then there was also rumors when the position of number 1 was kind of tested, then there was kind of a shift. So I guess that's kind of verifying that part where they said, you know, well, she was said that she, you know, she had the higher position. It was alleged that the Trump Towers was in her name, and it was alleged that, you know, she had authority over certain things. And she even spoke out about why she left, and she kind of responded to somebody on social media, and she said out of her own mouth that she left because she told him to cut ties with Joycelyn. She didn't want him to be messing with Joycelyn, and I guess per her words, she said that she didn't want him to use her, so to speak. That was her reason. But let me play some more, and thank you so much if somebody sent a donation for the donation.
He could not do anything without.
Oh, wait, it was something else on the screen. I was trying to. Okay, it says, she says the relationship turned into a devastating cycle of control, abuse, and manipulation.
He could not do anything without him knowing. You would have to ask him if you could go to the restroom. You would have to knock anytime you entered or left a room. You couldn't make calls without him knowing. You definitely had to wear, you know, very loose clothing. Anything that was tight, hugging, revealing, you know, even a simple shirt like this, I wouldn't have been able to wear. The fact that I looked so young, I had to.
Okay, so she's saying, you know, like, we couldn't wear these tight clothes. I can't wear what I want to wear. We got to wear, you know, loose fitting clothing and things like that. And then she goes on to say that if she was to wear a simple shirt as the one she had on right there, that she would not have been able to wear it. I'm trying to find on my, because I have the screenshots of what she said about the reason why she left out of her own mouth. I'll come back to that. I mean, well, I'll find it while I play this. Let me play some more.
To wear hats every time I left out.
At one point, Azriel says R. Kelly turned violent with her because he found her talking to her high school friends on the phone.
He beat me with a shoe, a size 12.
Okay, so I guess this is the reason why he did. So at first, I guess I missed the part that it said before that. So I guess this is the build up to why she's saying that her being beaten with the shoe happened.
Foot, Air Force One, and he beat me all over, which felt like hours, and I was whelped all the way from my neck down.
Then Azriel says the star made another of his girlfriends bathe her while he watched. So she goes on to say pretty much that, you know, after she was welted up and after this situation happened, that she went and got in the bath. And when she was in the bath, then at that point, another one of them had to bathe her up. So let me play that, and then I'll just play this. Go ahead.
He made her run me a bathtub of warm water, and he made her bathe me, and afterwards, he came in there and he apologized and sobbed and cried and did all, he did everything to try and make me feel like he was so sincere and so sorry.
Okay, so sorry I have to pause it every now and then. I know it gets annoying. Thank you so much for the donation in the chat. So somebody said, wasn't there a welfare check with her and Joycelyn? Yeah, there were several welfare checks that were conducted. There was a welfare check when Dominique Gardner's mother had gotten her from the Beverly Hills Hotel. There was a separate documentary that the Savages were working on at the same time, and they also had done a welfare check. So there was welfare checks being done. But to her defense, I mean, in abusive relationships, there are people who, if they are actually truly being abused, they don't just go easily sometimes. Sometimes it takes them, I guess, time to say, you know what, I'm fed up with it. The only difference in this case is normally when they get fed up, it's basically like, okay, you hit me again, now I'm gone, or you smacked me for the last time, now or something like that. But this situation, the only hiccup that people kind of have is the timing, because she's been in contact with her family since June. She admitted that she had been in contact with her family in another documentary. So that's the only thing about the timing of this. But in her defense, I will say that it's not just, black and white all the time in these situations. Okay, it says Azriel was banned from talking about her family. So I guess she's saying that she wasn't able to talk to her family, and it's going to be very hard for her. And I wish her well, because I really do think that the girl could sing. I really think that she has talent. The only thing is that she's created such a trail of saying one thing, then saying another thing, and then saying, I talked to y'all, I was able to talk to y'all, and then she's saying she wasn't, then she was saying, so it's she's made it harder for herself. But her story is her story. I'm not going to try to take any part away from it, but people will be divided just because when you say one thing and then you say another and then you say this and then you say that, it kind of puts people on the fence. Okay, and it says, but for a few phone calls, she had no contact with her parents for the whole 5 years she was with R. Kelly. So see, these things like this will kind of have people divided when she does other documentaries, and on the other documentaries, she says that, she was in contact with her parents. So Azriel, just be careful what you say going forward. If, just stick to one side of the story. Like if you didn't have contact, stick with it. Nobody could take your truth away from you. I don't want to come off like I'm taking her truth away from her, because I'm not. I'm just saying the fact of people will kind of be divided when you say things and then when you say other things. So just be mindful of the things you say, especially things that you say on film, because they are there forever.
It's not about what the world thought it was about. It was about me getting relationships with my daughter.
Don't paint no picture. Like, I have not talked to you guys in over a year, because I would call you guys 4 or 5 months at a time. So to believe something like that, so extreme, so bizarre, so outrageous, I just couldn't even fathom my parents believing something as bizarre as that.
So just going forward, just be mindful of that, because this stuff is forever. You know what I mean? It's here, and people will literally put what you said here and then put what you said there and then put what you said here and then put what you said there, and then they'll match it all up, and it just won't be good. But again, whatever she went through, if there was ever any abuse, my heart goes out to her. Again, I'm not trying to take anything away from her, even though I do not think that she was brainwashed. I will not invalidate if she says that she was hit in any kind of way or anything like that. I will not invalidate that. I just don't believe the brainwash part, but anything else she says, that's her truth. That's her story. Okay, it says she has now returned with her them after she has now reunited with her them. Okay, they messed up right there. She is now reunited with them after leaving him in November 2019. Well, this is kind of inaccurate as well, because she went to her family, or she was in contact in June.
There's been so many years that, you know, I've gone without even bringing them up or thinking about them, that I've really just lost touch with them. And that's definitely the most heartbreaking thing, like not being able to see your brother or your dad for 3-4 years and still not wanting to hug them. And it's tough, but I'm getting there and I'm appreciative of that. So
okay. So, that is kind of, the gist of it. Let me see. There's like a few seconds more. Let me see what the rest is. Okay. It says a lawyer for R. Kelly denied, Azriel's allegations. And then that's pretty much it. Okay. So it says like a lawyer, denied the allegations. So with that being said, I'll take a few phone calls. If you guys want to call in, the chat has 2,000 of you guys watching. So I'm pretty sure there's so many people who want to call in. What I will say is, you know, once I open the phone lines, be respectful. Do not say any curse words or curse words here and there. People who are for Azriel, I want you to call in. People who feel like they are not for her, I want this to be a balanced conversation like I did before. I'm going to put up a 3-minute timer. And the last time that I did a live, I did not have a 3-minute timer. And I let so many people talk way too long, and then it looked like I was being mean to other people, because it was like after I waited so long, I'm like, I gotta go, and I had to start cutting people off. So just to be fair to everybody, I'm gonna open up the phone lines. I'm going to allow you to call in. You have 3 minutes to say what you want to say. However, what I want you to do is, be respectful, like don't start cursing and stuff like that when you hear the buzzer go off. So the timer, after it hits the 3 minutes, there will be a timer that goes off. When you hear the timer that goes off, please wrap it up. If you don't wrap it up at that time, then I'm just going to just mute the thing. So I'm just giving everybody a fair warning right now. I'm going to allow everybody to call in, but I want you guys to be respectful, adhere to the 3 minutes, and then, that's that on that. Somebody said hang up on them. Right. I be trying to be nice because I want everybody to speak. I really, truly do. So let me open up this. Let me bring this back a little bit. I guess I can play a little bit more.
Beat me with a shoe, a size 12 foot Air Force One, and he beat me all over, which felt like hours, and I was whelped all the way from my neck down. I met him when I was 17. Someone from his entourage came and gave me Robert's number on a sheet of paper, and that was the start of everything.
Okay, I'm getting the 3-minute timer, you guys. And I'm also opening up the lines.
He has girlfriends in every city. He has flings in every city. You know, there's usually 3 main cities in every state, so 3 times 50. That lets you know how many, you know, women is probably out there, and that's probably not even hitting it on the nail. He makes everyone do very degrading stuff, whether on film or, you know, he makes them do degrading stuff, writing it down. He makes.
Okay, so I still have to pause that here and there. Give me a couple seconds. I'm opening up the line. Hold on, I'm gonna pause for a couple seconds. We're gonna go silent. Okay, phone lines are officially open. You guys are welcome to call in. The call-in number is on the screen. If you guys want to support my channel, you definitely can do so via a Cash App. I will be having the calls to a 3-minute
All participants
minimum,
are muted and they can unmute themselves.
By the time we get a call, then I'll stop the recording.
Makes them sign it, and I think a lot of women are ashamed or embarrassed to come out because of stuff like that, because it'll be incriminating them. You know, there's so much stuff. He has letters of people saying that they've stole from him. He has letters of, you know, people saying that, you know, they've been molested or touched by, you know, their parents or their brothers or a family member. He back anytime you entered it or left.
All right, we have a call. Let me pull up the timer though. Give me 1 second. Where is it? Oh, here we go. All right, we got people calling in. Let me get this started. Hold up, y'all. Oh, what the heck happened right now?
It's not about what the world thought it was about. It was about me getting relationships with my daughter.
Don't paint no picture like I have not talked to you guys in over a year because I would call you guys 4 or 5 months at a time. So to believe something like that, so extreme, so bizarre, so outrageous, I just couldn't even fathom my parents believing something as bizarre as that.
One of the things that it's not about what the world thought it was about. It was about me getting relationships with my daughter.
All right, sorry about that. I didn't even mean to play that one. All right, so child. Okay, it is quite a few of you guys here. So happy to have you here. So happy to speak to you. 240. Hello. 240. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Yes, I was calling in because what she was talking about, I believe everything she says.
Uh-huh.
And because I had went through it. So I believe what she's saying is true. And I feel bad for her. We need to pray. We all need to pray. Because it happened to me. And if you're not in her shoes, you can't be mad about it.
You want to share part of your story?
That's it. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
Okay.
813. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, I'm gonna let you guys talk for the 3 minutes, and then that'll be that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna be fast. I just want to say I was all for Azriel and Angelo. I was all for him getting his daughter back. I really thought he was sincere. I really thought he was. Out of all the parents, I really thought he wasn't faking or it wasn't about money. But after this documentary stuff, after Jocelyn, I'm trying to set up Jocelyn, them filming, they could have easily gave Nicole that bag and stuff. They're after money. I believe part of the stuff that she's saying, but I think they're all for the money. I really do, and it's sad. And that's all I would like to say.
All right, thank you so much for calling in.
No problem.
214. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, Nick. Yeah. I just wanted to say, I'll be 47 next month. I've seen a lot of things in my lifetime, and I do know that it is easy to, and people use this word a lot, brainwash, especially young girls. But it happens to even older and grown women. I've seen it. Being in an abusive relationship, it depends on that person. It depends on their emotional, mental state at the time that they encounter the abuser as to how far that abuser can go in brainwashing them and making them believe what they're doing to them is love. There are a lot of people that don't have an upbringing. I hear you talk about your family a lot, and you're a blessed person to have that. There are a lot of people who have grown up without having a mother or parents, been in the foster care system, or they're being abused at home or just not loved at home, and they're always searching. And people like an R. Kelly that have had years of abuse himself, they learn early on how to then abuse others. So are there some questionable things going on amongst these parents and things? Yes, that is without a doubt. But at the same time, how do you react in situations like this, especially once it goes public? I think people are just like scrambling to try to make sense of it themselves, trying to get their children back home, and also trying to deal with the fame now that has come attached to it because it's a famous person. And so I just wish people would not be so quick to jump to say, I don't believe her, I don't believe her, I don't believe them. We just have to know that it is possible, and because it is possible, we have to always leave room to accept that this happened, because it does happen. And just like the young lady that just called in said, it happened to her. So I just want people to be, especially when it comes to our people, to the Black community, because we do know in the Black community there's been a lot of things that happen in churches, from pastors, everywhere, uncles, cousins, and it's swept under the rug. And so we have to stop harming our own people. So if they say they've been harmed, we shouldn't be harming them again by calling them liars and things like that, unless we have the proof, the definitive proof that they are lying.
Yeah, I think.
And so far.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I think with Azriel, like I said, I think the majority of people call her a liar is because she's literally said opposite of everything.
Right.
Yeah, but
right.
Thank you so much for.
She has said some things. You're right, but again, if she's broken, that would explain a lot of that too. So thank you for taking my call, Neek. I love your show.
Thank you so much for calling in.
All right.
267. Hello.
Hi, Neek.
Yes. Hey.
Oh, hi, Neek. I love your show, by the way. I just wanted to say about Azriel, I don't know. I believe her. I'm not going to say that I don't believe her. I do believe that some things she might be fabricating or exaggerating, because now they're trying to, sell a show or get fame or clout off of a show. I just feel like from the very beginning, just the simple fact that her father and mother signed documents for her to go with R. Kelly. I understand what they were saying about she was turning 18 in a couple months. She was going to go anyway. She threatened to try to kill herself again. Guess what, baby? You just would have had to do what you had to do. Because there's no way I would have signed papers for my daughter to travel around with a grown man that was already accused of sleeping with underage kids. And then it just, you know, it's kind of coming full circle because initially you gave her that permission. You sent her off. You know, she's very talented. I heard her saying she is talented. So you sent her off, you know, seeking this fame and fortune. And now she done went through all this stuff with this man. And now she's back. And y'all got a camera in her face for her to tell her story to get fame and fortune. Like, it all boils down to money. The love of money is the root of all evil. That's the truest thing I ever seen in my life. And I just think that it should be a lesson to young girls out there that everywhere that slow down. Like, these men ain't going nowhere. These boys ain't going nowhere. They're going to be there when you get yourself together. I just look at her and Joyce Lynn after they set up on Gail and the way they talk. And I'm just looking at them like, what are y'all going to be able to do? Like, okay, let's just say for some odd reason the singing stuff don't work out. What you going to be able to do? Where are you going to be able to go? How are you going to be able to live your life and, you know, live peacefully out here? And not to mention the fact that y'all on here with all this story and exposing and telling your story. Are you going to tell if you got a disease or not? Like, did he give you diseases? Did he expose you to diseases? It's sad. It really is. But I just think that young girls, you know, need to know. Young girls, old women, whatever, you need to know, period. It's not normal for any man. I don't care if he's younger than you, same age as you, older as you. It's not normal for any man to try to isolate you from your family and friends, to put his hands on you, to force you to share him with other women. That's not normal. I don't care what he's offering. It's not worth your soul. And that's really all that I have to say.
Thank you so much for calling in.
Yep.
Hello? 810. 5564. All right, not ready. 864. Hello?
Hello.
Hey.
Hey. Hi, Nate. I enjoy your show. I'm glad you look at it from both points of view, regardless of what anyone says. But I just want to add that I'm 49 years old. Been in abusive relationships myself with men that didn't have a dime of money. Men that know how to prey on women are masterful at what they do. They have you at your lowest point when you think that you're still strong. You have no idea what's even being done to you while it's happening. It has nothing to do with whether you didn't have a parent in your life, you missing this love and this, that, and the other. They know how to manipulate and make people feel that this is how it is. This is what's going to happen. You have no idea what you're even faced with while you're in it. It's when you get out and can see, that's when you start adding things up. And I think that this is what's happened to Azriel. She's on the outside now where she can look in and she can see. Everything is starting to make sense. Now, I was one of the biggest R. Kelly supporters you'd ever come. 12 played the best song he ever wrote. I mean, I used to listen to it almost daily. When I really started affecting the things and noticing things that he done, because we gave R. Kelly plenty of passes. My generation did. The 70s babies I'm talking about. We allowed him to sleep with this girl on tape, and everybody that saw that 14-year-old girl with him on tape that saw the video knew it was him. I don't care what nobody says. We knew it was him. We allowed that to go because back then people let everything fly because it was all about the music. All we wanted to do was hear him singing again. We could care less. It was about the entertainment. Now that this Me Too movement is going on and people see things are not that way. Years ago, you can talk to grandparents, people older than, and they will tell you about women that went through these same things and they never came to the forefront with it because people did not talk about it. They kept it hush hush. There were certain things you didn't even want people to know that you went through. So for everybody to be saying, well, why wasn't she saying anything on Gayle King? He was standing there on Gayle King. She knew not to say nothing. He had mind control over her that whole time. It wasn't until she came home and got around people where she could actually look in and see, and she started to see the stories are similar. The reason all the stories are similar is because that's his pattern. That's what he does. Now, just because we're fans of R. Kelly's music doesn't mean we have to support this. And I'm so tired of hearing people, I'm sick of this, sick of that. If you're sick of it, stop tuning in. Stop commenting. Stop writing about it. Let it go. Don't even listen anymore. But the people that are really interested and want to have something to say, I appreciate all the platforms that allow people to say things. But just to say that these women are lying and they this and that, it's not true. They are telling us the truth. It's just that they were going up against a mega star. Anyone, you still there, me?
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. 810, are you ready? Or are you still not ready? 810? All right, you're not ready. All right, I don't like to take anonymous calls, but hello?
Hi, Nate.
Hey.
We need Granny back, okay? We need Grandma back to come back and break all this down. The first thing I want to say is, people, you need to protect your children. I don't victim shame. You know, protect your daughters, protect your sons, protect your brothers, your uncles, and everybody. It could be anybody in R. Kelly's shoes right now. Me looking at this brief, I guess, you know, it's pretty much giving us a look into the documentary that's preparing to come. And me looking at that, me going back to the Gayle King interview where Azriel clearly stated out of her own mouth that her parents want money, that, you know, she loves R. Kelly, she wants to be with R. Kelly. And this is when Gayle King was just interviewing her and Jocelyn by themselves, you know. And then me looking back to Azriel's live when R. Kelly got locked up, where they were going out for Jocelyn's birthday, you know, where she was putting on all of these different clothes and you know, dressing sexy for the gram and all this other type of stuff. Then me looking at that other documentary where she states that she has been in contact with her parents. Then me listening to other YouTubers. There's this guy on YouTube named DJ. He has a interview with Azriel's father where he admitted that he's been in contact with his daughter and that him and his daughter has a great relationship, and that if there was ever any issues, he'd always go and visit his daughter. So me putting all of that together and then just paying attention to everything that's going on, it's all about money. Even looking at Tim Savage's interview with Pastor Jamal Bryant. Mind you, this guy is recorded stating that R. Kelly can have his daughter. He's going to go and make his millions. Tim Savage is the one that brought the Clarys into it and got all of the other families into it. And this is how this whole Lifetime series started, and this is how they started investigating R. Kelly. When you look at all the trails, it leads back to money. You know, regardless of people that have been victims before, you know, I pray for their souls and their spirits. But even if you have been a victim of something of yourself, look at all of the facts, and then just see if it does make sense to you. If you feel like it makes sense to you and R. Kelly is guilty, then it makes sense to you. But if you really reevaluate it, it doesn't make sense. And if it doesn't make sense, then he can't be guilty of everything that they're saying. And so me looking at that, her saying that she was abused and that she was whooped, I mean, she flew back in for her 18th, for her graduation. If she was beaten so bad, then why didn't she stay with her parents? When she graduated, R. Kelly went to her graduation, her parents was there at her graduation. So why didn't she stay? And then 19, 20, 21, even when she was 21 and she was free, R. Kelly locked up. Why didn't she go back? Why didn't she go and report anything? And then if her parents said that they saw her, and even in a lifetime. Okay, well, that's pretty much all I want to say is just open up your eyes. It just don't make any sense. I don't believe her. I don't think she's a victim. I think that they're just after money.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in.
All right.
971. Hello. 971.
Oh, hey, Nick.
Hey.
I just think, I mean, I believe her to a point. I don't really think that she's lying about everything, but her reputation is definitely questionable since she did do that interview. But I know the previous caller said it doesn't make sense, but I think all of those things don't coincide together. Like, just because her parents want money, everybody want money, that doesn't absolve R. Kelly from being able to whoop her ass. Like, I don't understand, like those things can't go together. Like, there's like people have said there's plenty of men who are abusive and they don't have a dollar to their name. There's plenty of people who stay with abusive men every day, and then especially a young woman, it's just easy, and he has money, so it is easier to stay. I just feel like some people don't like the word like accountability. Like, everybody should take accountability first. The parents, like, they are wrong. Like, that's just that. Like, I feel like they should definitely be locked up with R. Kelly. Like, that's not cool how they can just absolve themselves from any wrongdoing in this situation, because that girl was too young to even be like a real fan of R. Kelly. That's crazy. Like, and you know he does that. He has a reputation. I don't know. That's just really crazy to me. But I feel like all of this could go hand in hand. Like, just because people want money or her parents are money hungry, that doesn't mean that R. Kelly couldn't have put hands on her. Like, that's just putting him to such a high standard that he just can't do anything wrong. I feel like that's weird to me. So that's all I have to say about that.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thanks.
757. Hello.
Hello. Hi, Nick.
Hey.
Okay, I just want to start by saying, first of all, Azriel, I'm not going to take away, what you went through and whatnot, but on the Dale show, you and R. Kelly put on a hell of a performance, okay, first of all. And it kind of like makes it hard now to believe you because, the way that you're going about it and the way you went about it, like you were so adamant on that show that everybody's coming down on R. Kelly and, not holding him accountable for, the things that he has done that you now are saying that you had witnessed, so it makes it kind of hard to believe that, all of this that you're saying that went on and you had, limited time to get out of that situation and you chose not to get out of that situation. So, it makes it kind of hard to believe, everything that you're going to be saying and what have you. So, you just have to be mindful, of all of the interviews that you are going to be taking in the future. You put on a performance. You could have won an Oscar. So, like I said, I'm not trying to take away what you went through and what have you, but you had ample enough time to get away, and you chose to stay, even when you saw that R. Kelly was having people fumbling with their family members, and this and that, whatever, you seen it all, but you still stayed. You could have got out. It's not that much abuse in the world, you have to ask them to use the bathroom, taking you away from your family. It's not that much of abuse like that. You chose to stay because you wanted to stay. Okay? So that's something that, you have to, come to ground and, and own your ish. You have to own it. That's all I want to say, Nick.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in.
All right.
All right. So we have a lot of people on the line. There are a lot of people who called in, and there are even probably more people who probably didn't see the interview that she did. So there are people constantly coming into this live new. And so for those people who are just now entering in and have not seen the reference video that everyone is calling in to talk about, I'm going to play this for you guys again. Azriel has spoken up. She has came forward. She has detailed some of the things that she has gone through. For those of you who enjoy the up to the minute, up to the beat coverage of this whole R. Kelly situation, I need support from you guys. I need support when I do these things from you guys. My Cash App is on the screen. I greatly appreciate any support that you guys give to my channel. With that being said, I'm going to play this interview again, and I'm going to answer. Some people are hanging up. I'm going to get to your phone call. So don't think that I'm not. I'm going to get to your phone call. I just want to refresh the memory of the people who are just now tuning in. When you hang up, you put yourself to the bottom of the queue, and then you're like even later. So if you hang up when I'm doing something and then you call back, you're putting yourself at the bottom of like 30 people again. So just giving you guys that heads up for the people who hang up and everything like that. So with that being said, let me play this. Hold on, let me move this over here. Let me take a couple of things off the screen. All right, so here it is for those of you who are just now tuning in.
Beat me with a shoe, a size 12 foot Air Force One, and he beat me all over, which felt like hours, and I was whelped all the way from my neck down.
Okay, so it says, this is Azriel Clary, former girlfriend of disgraced R&B singer R. Kelly. And what she said, I hear something different each time. It's crazy the more you listen to it, the like different things you hear again. So basically she's saying, like, you know, when he was beating her with the shoe, it felt like it was going on for like hours and stuff like that. So let me continue. And again, the same way I was pausing before, I'm going to be pausing, unfortunately, again. I know that sucks, but here it goes.
I met him when I was 17. Someone from his entourage came and gave me Robert's number on a sheet of paper, and that was the start of everything.
Okay, it says, Azriel claims R. Kelly has hundreds of victims in every city across the U.S. And she also says, but says that they'll never come forward because he blackmailed them into silence. So on this part, she goes into saying that, you know, he would make them do, you know, degrading things to kind of like get them to not talk or speak.
He has girlfriends in every city. He has flings in every city. You know, there's usually 3 main cities in every state, so 3 times 50. That lets you know how many, you know, women is probably out there, and that's probably not even hitting it on the nail. He makes everyone do very degrading stuff.
Okay, so after that, this is where she goes in to talk about the degrading stuff that he allegedly makes them do. And she says that in order for them to kind of, I guess, be silent, because that's the word that they used on here, I guess, in order for them to be silent, that they do these degrading things. And sorry again for those of you who are just tuning in, I can't play it all the way through. Anytime I use anybody's content of this magnitude, I have to make it transformative and I have to pause.
Whether on film or, you know, he makes them do degrading stuff, writing it down, he makes them sign it. And I think a lot of women are ashamed or embarrassed to come out because of stuff like that, because it'll be incriminating them. You know, there's.
Okay, and then so she says that the girls would be kind of ashamed to come out because it'll be incriminating them. And then this is where she talks about what sounds like Tasha K talked about, or what Tasha K did talk about on her show. She talked about a girl who allegedly done these things. In this interview, she doesn't say that she has like the footage or anything. So I mean, I really don't know, but she says that a person would mess with their younger siblings for him. And like I said, there ain't that much brainwashing to me. If they did it, they are equally as sick if it actually happened. It's equally it's because they want, like, you want to be around a celebrity that bad. It's not you're brainwashed to be around a celebrity. It's because if you do it, it's just your character speaking as well. If this is actually true.
So much stuff. He has letters of people saying that they've stole from him. He has letters of, people saying that, they've been molested or touched by, their parents or their brothers or a family member. He even has people on film molesting their younger nieces or younger brothers. And to
this, my question would be, and again, I wasn't there, I don't know for sure, but my question would be, okay, what is the gain for them to do these things? Is it just because they're brainwashed that they're doing this, allegedly? Because like I said, I don't think there's that much brainwash in the world. So what other gain is there? To be around him, like to get money? Like what other gain is it to do this? Because if you don't have a gun to your head, what gain is it for a person to say, my family member molested me, or go mess with a kid or whatever? What gain is it to the other party? Is it to get fame? What is the trade-off? Like what trade-off is worth it to do any of that? What trade-off is worth it to say, oh, I'm gonna go touch a little kid? Like what trade-off is ever worth that? And to that I say that shows everybody's character to me, if these things are actually true.
I know a lot of women out there are embarrassed and are humiliated and are ashamed to come out because this man had that much power to control me, to molest my younger niece or to molest my younger brother. I wouldn't, personally, had I ever done anything like that, I would be entirely too ashamed to come forward. Thankfully, I've never been in that situation, but have I seen it done to other women? Yes, I have.
Okay, and then it says, Azriel was one of the 5 living girlfriends. I seen in the chat somebody said, somebody threw out the word cult, and another person threw out the word brainwash. If you guys ever seen situations where people were truly brainwashed, they don't just be brainwashed with somebody for a day and snap out of it the next day. So the brainwashing thing, I just really don't like when people say that, because people who actually brainwashed, it takes them years and years of therapy to like get out of that state. It takes them years to adapt. It takes them so much time to, get back. So, I mean, I think that the word, if we want to say anything, is another word. The cult word, the brainwash word, those words to me just do not fit at all. And again, that's not absolving him of anything. That's not taking away accountability from R. Kelly, because people think that when you hold other people accountable, that's taking away what he did. I'm not taking away what he did. I'm just saying those words have so much power behind them that I don't think the people that throw them out realize the magnitude of those words. Now, we can use any other word. I just don't ever think that brainwashed and cult, I just don't think those words apply. Now, we can say manipulative. I think that's a more fitting word if you want to say like manipulated, manipulative, things like that. But the whole brainwashing, I just don't think that fits. Somebody said, girl, it's brainwashing. I don't think that you understand the definition of brainwashing, because if I'm brainwashing and I'm programmed, I'm not going to be deprogrammed that quick, period. Now, if I'm manipulated, I can snap out of being manipulated quickly. Brainwash, cult, that's not the fitting word, I don't think. Now, a person can be manipulated and snap out of manipulation, but brainwashing, I just think it has a heavier weight to it. And I think that other people have accountability. If you If you go and mess with a child, I'm sorry, you have accountability in that. I'm sorry, period. Like, you can't tell me, no, there's no way to erase accountability in something like that. Pooh, no, you're not blocked. You can't. I don't care about how much MK Ultra Illuminati. I don't care about what kind of if you mess with a child, you have accountability in that. There is no no.
Could not do anything without him knowing. You would have to ask him if you could go to the restroom. You would have to knock anytime you entered or left a room. You couldn't make calls without him knowing. You definitely had to wear, very loose clothing. Anything that was tight, hugging, revealed.
Okay, so this part, she says that they're not able to wear loose clothing. They can't wear anything tight. They can't wear anything tight fitting. And then she goes on to say, like, the shirt that she's wearing now, that would not have been acceptable for her to wear.
Feeling, even a simple shirt like this, I wouldn't have been able to wear. The fact that I looked so young, I had to wear hats every time I left out.
Okay, and then it says, at one point, Azriel says R. Kelly turned violent with her because he found her talking to her high school friend on the phone. And then this is where she goes on to detail a time where she says that she was beaten with a shoe. So let me play that part of it.
He beat me with a shoe, a size 12 foot Air Force One, and he beat me all over, which felt like hours, and I was whelped all the way from my neck down.
Okay, so she says that she had whelps all over her body, all the way down. And then what she says next is that I guess one of the other women had to, like, bathe her. I think they put something, yeah. Okay, so it says, then Azriel says the star made another of his girlfriends bathe her while he watched. And then she goes on to speak some more.
He made her run me a bathtub of warm water, and he made her bathe me. And, afterwards, he came in there and, he apologized and sobbed and cried and, did all, he did everything to try and make me feel like he was so sincere and so sorry.
Okay. So then after this part of it, I think it goes into her speaking about how she was made to not speak to her parents, and she was made to be isolated from her family. Somebody in the chat said, I don't think you understand the definition of brainwashed. No, I don't think that you, Lillian, understand the definition of brainwashed. I honestly, truly think that these are women who, and not to say that she was not abused, because abuse can happen when you're dealing with famous celebrities, just like the person, who was that in the elevator that was dating the football player, and they were in the elevator and he like punched her, beat her or something in the elevator. Abuse can happen in these type of relationships. Bow Wow had a situation where he was with a woman and they had a situation that happened in the situation. So I'm not saying that abuse and things cannot happen in these relationships. However, these are women who wanted to be in these relationships. So what I'm saying when I say what I say is what I'm saying is, now, however, there are things that could have happened, but these are situations that these people willingly put themselves in. It's no coat like, Jesus is coming, we all gotta kill no, this is a situation where these girls wanted this type of association. She talked about that in an interview that she did after she left. She did an interview with her father, and she said, he told me that I would be, a star, and I got all these opportunities that I'm about to have. And, you know, I got more opportunities than Joy, and now I'm about to seize all my opportunities. This is about a situation where girls wanted to be there. However, like I said, that's not taken away from what could have happened while they were there. But this is not no, you know, I got with you, I'm brainwashing you situation. I just don't think that at all. Somebody said, Neek, in other words, talking about y'all nature, women nature. But yeah, so let me play that real quick, and then I'll play the rest. And again, like I said, I'm not taking away anything that she said she encountered. However, brainwash to me just does not fit at all for a willing participant who could have left. It just doesn't fit.
I had a dream when we was leaving. That's why I stayed with Ellen in Vegas. And in my dream, it was me when I first met Rob. And it was me telling him, you're not great until you make someone else great. Yeah. And so, for whatever it meant, I guess it didn't mean anything to him because here I am with no career, no nothing, whatever. And so it just made me think of Joy. And I said, what's the purpose of me getting, you know, all this beautiful blessings that I have on the table and knowing that she's still in that situation? You are not great until you make someone else great. And she may not, you know, get as many like opportunities as I get, but the fact that she's no longer in that situation, I've done my job. She's so, you know, stuck. And so that's really why I really just wanted to just get her, or at least try, because we have spent 5 years together, and you know, I would want someone to do the same thing for me. I had a dream.
Somebody in the chat said, please don't have kids. I have a lovely daughter, and I would never. I instill values in my child there, and my child is raised to have accountability, Andrea. But I'm gonna let you walk. I'm gonna let you watch from the outside. You barking but can't get in. You people like you get blocked. I have a child, and I instill accountability in my child, just like accountability was instilled in me. I was a music video girl. I was a person that was around celebrities. I was a person who did music videos. I had relationships with celebrities. I had these things. I had friends who had relationships with celebrities. So when you're talking to me, you're not just talking to somebody that's a spectator. You're talking to somebody that has experienced celebrities, experienced the industry, dealt with casting directors, producers, dealt with people of high power, dealt with people that had high money, dealt with people who ran the big publications of the magazines and all of that. If you go through my Instagram, my record, my road to 100K video, you will see another person has landed themselves in the block city. Hold up, wait. I can't get her fast enough. Bye, boo. You gone too. So when I talk, I'm not talking to shame her. I'm talking to lend my opinion based on I understand these situations more than you guys think that you understand these situations. I don't think that she's brainwashed, just like the friends that I had who got themselves in certain situations. I just don't think. Oh, Mac Lova said, okay, let me give you a wrench because I can't catch them all. And you could block them easier for me. So okay, go ahead. I'm going to add you real quick. Yeah, so again, that's not taken away from anything that she's been through. Like I said, abuse can happen. That can happen. There are people who, you know, can do things to you or whatever, and abuse can happen in a regular relationship. However, that does not mean that you are quote unquote brainwashed, Stockholm syndrome, cult. Those things to me does not apply in this situation at all. And somebody said, explain Aaliyah. How about Aaliyah's parents explain Aaliyah? Bye. Like you're going to be bye-bye too, because we're not talking about Aaliyah. We're talking about Azriel. And that's what a lot of people try to do. They try to bring up other people when you're talking about one person. I'm talking about this situation. And again, like I said, I'm not taking away anything that she's been through. However, the words that people throw around to me. Oh yeah, Tiff West, let me give you a wrench. Hold up. You've been deserving of a wrench. I'm so sorry I haven't given you a wrench before. There you go. But yeah. Yeah, so exactly. LA says she is blocking people who are being disrespectful. Exactly. I don't care. Just like when I opened up the phone lines, I allow people to say what they feel. I allow people to voice their opinions. I allow people to say what they say. But if you be disrespectful to me, that's where we draw the line. But anyway, so I'll play a little bit more, or I think we kind of got enough. Let me go back to the phone lines. 309, hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Oh, hi, Meek.
I know, I just be so random sometimes.
I just wanted to say that I don't want to say that she's not telling the truth, but it's so hard to believe her, and I think that the reason why a lot of people don't want to believe her is because of her father and her father's friend that has that YouTube page. Because they're on there, and if you have your own thoughts about the situation, they're cussing you out, they're mad at you, just kind of like how they did you. And so I think when their parents are saying, oh, we didn't have anything to do with it, but yet they are constantly chopping down people's necks because they have their own opinion, that kind of makes it look like they're telling her what to say. I really hope for her soul that this is her true story and that she is not being fed what to say and that she's just not out for vengeance because R. Kelly took her off of the little list that he put Jocelyn on, the visitors list. Also, to me, in the beginning, when you knew that he wasn't going to sign you, you knew that he wasn't recording with you, why didn't you leave then? Why did you stick around for that? That part just doesn't make any sense to me. All of these women and everybody seen that he wasn't making them a star, but yet they still stuck around. They stuck around because he was a celebrity and they wanted to be around that kind of lifestyle. They can say what they want. As a victim, I hate being able to say this, but it just does not look like victim mentality. This was not brainwashing. This was, I want to be around this person with money, with people who are rich and famous that's hanging around with him, and maybe I can gain something out of it. And look, she is gaining something out of it because we're all talking about her, and she's in all these documentaries and probably writing a book and all of that stuff. So she's getting exactly what she wanted out of it, fame. That's all I wanted to say.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in.
Bye.
Oh, dang. What's the next one? Oh, 816.
Look at a little slender to me, but.
Hello?
He finally just seen this documentary, and all of a sudden her story is exactly the same as everybody else.
Hold on, wait,
everybody
pause.
Wait,
pause. It went out. So hold on, let me make sure everybody is still here. Is everybody still here? Can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me? Press 1 if you can hear me. Okay, all right, you guys can hear me, sorry. All right, 510, hello? Oh, wait. 510, hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Hi.
Oh, dang, did the lady that was just talking hang up?
I think it disconnected.
Oh, dang. Okay, so, all right. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm 24 and I live in Los Angeles, and I'm closer to Azriel and Joycelyn's age, and I see exactly what's going on. Granny was kind of right. Hoes are gonna be hoes. Those two ladies are too young to even be real fans of R. Kelly. I know of R. Kelly, but he's not someone you're really gonna check for. I do believe that when they got with him, it's because they wanted to. No one manipulated. No one did anything. I have friends who sell ass, who are strippers, and their parents know of this, and their parents are okay with it. They're like, okay, well, if you marry an older man with money, if you do this, if you do that, as long as it's getting a bag, they don't care. And I kind of feel like that's exactly where Azriel is.
Joycelyn, on the other hand, I feel like they had family problems, so she doesn't. It could have just been her own little escape, but no one forced their hand, especially given R. Kelly's history. And so I feel like R. Kelly's not exempt. He is at fault, but I definitely think it is a case where these two young ladies now can take what they did and just use it for money against him. Like, they're about to play him for a fool, which he was for even getting involved in doing any of this stuff. But those girls, like, taking baths with each other, having threesomes, trust me, they were doing that probably with a smile on their face. It wasn't forceful, and now they're just manipulating it to look like that. So it's just funny how it's going to play out. That's how I feel.
All righty. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
No problem.
All right. Okay, so I seen Grown Man Show in the chat. He has been a part of this. We got into it. He released my information, but he was the one who kind of played this first. So if he wants to defend himself or speak for 3 minutes, he can. I will still give him the floor. I don't see that he left his last 4 though. I'm trying to look in the chat. I don't think that he did. Somebody said he's a jerk. Somebody said please don't promote him. I'm just being fair. If he wants to call in, but I don't see him. All right. 215. Hello.
Like to LA, meaning Little Rock, and thinking the same thing. Nobody knows who I am. But I fly in LA.
Hello. 215. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah. What's that? What is that in the back?
No, that's no. I was listening to Derek Fisher talk about Kobe. That's all.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what is that?
No. What I wanted to say was that remember, like it seems like Azriel. It seems like she controlled her parents by just her company or her talking to them. Like when she was when she wanted to go with R. Kelly and they were telling her no, and she was like, I'm about to turn 18 and I'm going anyway. If y'all don't send me, I'm gonna try to kill myself again. It seemed like she pulled guilt trips to get her away. You understand what I'm saying? And it seemed like she doing that with her parents right now. It seemed like because when she sat down with her dad, and it seemed like she was holding her dad. He just wanted to be there with her daughter. Like the interview you talking about, it seemed like he just wanted to be there with his daughter. He didn't even care about the circumstance of what he was there for. You feel what I'm saying? But all along, she on there talking about, telling him like, y'all talking about y'all want to be, because we remember that documentary right there was the one that they were supposed to be doing for R. Kelly while he was locked up. So it seemed like she pulled that on her father because the way he's sitting there and the way he's looking is like he's being held hostage because he just want to be by his daughter and talk to his daughter. So he seemed like he just letting her say whatever she want to say. But I don't think that she was in touch with her family the whole time while she was going. I don't think that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she was in touch with them because it's just the mere fact that what I said to Kels when it first happened. When Jonathan Mother and them came out and he should have sent them girls home. Like, come on, dude. Like, you know your reputation. Just send them home. They gonna come back. They gonna come back because you got them. So why don't you? I'd have been like, look, everybody gotta go home. That's what I would have said. Everybody gotta go home. You know what I'm saying? Why you ain't just do that? You could have just nipped. He could have nipped all this in the bud just by him saying, everybody go home to their parents. they would have made their way. They would have made their way back to him if he had them like everybody saying that he had them. And I believe that she still and you said something about brain. Well, I believe if R. Kelly got out right now today, she'll be back with him. It's just the mere fact he locked up right now. He can't defend himself. He can't do the little things he used to do to entice him no more. He can't do none of that. So I feel like if R. Kelly came home today, though, he stepped back on the street and he got free.
All right, wrap up.
She'll be right back with him. And a lot of them other women and a lot of them other females would too. You know what I'm saying? But I still don't think that negates the fact that you know, I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? And where I'm
all right,
from,
you got to wrap it up, though.
Like,
you sound like you about to do a whole nother 3, 4, 5 sentences.
No, I'm not.
Wrap it up.
All right. All I'm trying to say is I'm a man. And where I'm from, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we deal with women. And we could get women to do certain things that nobody else can get them to do because, you know what I'm saying? Some women every woman ain't strong like you, Nick. Every woman ain't
all right, we got to go, okay?
Ain't strong backbone like you, though.
Because you going way over. You going way over.
That's it. Go ahead.
All right, bye.
Go ahead.
All right. If you have a Metro phone, it won't let you call in unless you have a certain package placed on your phone. That it won't let you call in. So, but every other phone, like if you have a landline, if you have any other service, it will allow you to, but it won't let you if you have a Metro, just to say that. I'm not sure. Right. It was like 5, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more sentences. I'm like, damn, homie. Shit. All right. Did I already answer 215? Hello? 215, hello?
215. This is me. This is the same person.
Oh, okay. No, we got to get you gone. Not you again. Hold up. Okay. 414.
Hello?
Yes.
Wait, this me?
Yeah, that's you, girl.
Oh, okay. Wait. Let me go fast forward by the time I go. Okay. First of all, everybody knew about the bag of clothes. I remember when R. Kelly came to the concert back in the 90s, okay? I was rolling in, but I didn't notice the difference in the clothes. I was just excited by him. His dancers, I remember the DJ was talking about it. You know, they had the bag of clothes on, and when he tried to speak to Azriel Kelly, you know, the dancers had their head down. Whatever, okay? That's his rule. My second thing.
All right, wait. I'm going to pause you 1 second. Also, I see people putting in their numbers. If you put in your number, I was gonna take Grown Man Show because he was mentioned a lot. People were mentioning a lot, so I was taking him. But if you guys want me to bump any numbers outside of that, send in a super chat and it will kind of bring you. Okay, he said 0692. All right, so I'll go to him next. But if you guys want to be bumped, because I'm not going to be able to get to everybody. If you guys want to be bumped, send in a super chat. But let me start her time back. Okay, hold up. All right, go ahead.
Okay. Yes, but what I was saying, he been having them with the bag of clothes, and they had to have their head down, whatever, when men came around. I didn't see a problem. Okay, if they didn't like it, they should have just got out the group or whatever. Second, the parents, none of them came forward until that McGee girl came, and when she got kicked out of the house and went to the Savage. And mind you, the Savage fathers, Tim said, Tim wouldn't even, Azriel daddy wouldn't even come to the press. So they was not concerned about their daughter. Okay, R. Kelly house, his rules. He told them, hey, this is the rule. You can't do this. You can't go and walk up in my house in no refrigerator. You ain't going to pick up nothing. This is my house. Okay, they knew that. They could have left. They could have left. They had, okay, but he didn't want, and how, they all had phone. Now, they lying now. They saying she sneaked the call of ex-friend. If y'all didn't have no phone, how is everybody communicating and calling somebody else for food and texting them if they ain't have no phone? Okay, that was a lie, too. These people better wake up. Okay, now, in my relationship, I was jealous. First, it started with a little thing, just trying to see how much control I could have with my boyfriend before we got married. I did not want him to wear wife beater. No, he looked too good. You can't wear no wife beater. But I really didn't care. I just wanted to know how far I could go. So he wouldn't. He'd have his little button-up shirt, and then when he see me, you know, he had his beater on, then he'll button it up. And then with me, I couldn't have my shirt, you know, tucked in because he didn't want to see the print and all that. So, you know, it go both ways. But the abuse them, no. I see a lot of people in my family being abused. We try to get in it. They still what they mean years later. It stopped. But I'm saying, I don't know if R. Kelly abused these girls or not. If he did, they still should have left. How many people went to the police when they left? None of them. Okay? And I just want to say that. I don't know. I still love him regardless. If he be found guilty, not guilty. I don't give a care. I'm still going to ride with him. I'm hoping that none of this, I believe some of this stuff is true, meaning, yes, he was controlling. Okay? He's older man. I'm controlling. Hell, you can't walk up in my house and do what you want. You ain't going up in my refrigerator, and this door going to be locked, and these grown men is up in here. Okay, this door going to be locked after 1 o'clock. Ain't nobody coming up in here, and you ain't finna go down there and drink up all the goddamn soda. You ain't finna go in here and fuck all the food, extra food. You eat what was cooked or buy your own food. I understand R. Kelly. He old school. And he's some little young. Look how he act. He had him in training. Stay your ass off social media. Look, he let him go wild. Look what the hell they doing now. Showing the ass, showing the, want to do the twerk singing. Okay, that's all I want to say. Thank Nix. I don't give a damn what they're saying in the comment, but leave me the fuck alone. That man had his rules, had his money, he was paying his bill. All they had to do was lay there, screw him, suck him. Y'all knew he had other women, and nobody gave a damn and then walk out. Everybody wanted to keep the number one spot. They couldn't get the number one spot, and then they got kicked out. Then
all righty, you gotta wrap it up.
Oh, I'm through now. Fuck that. The hell with the comment. You're the number one, Nick. Love you. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in. Okay. Hold up. What am I looking for? Oh, okay. Hello, 702.
I'm here. How you doing?
All right. I'm fine. I just really think that you said that you gave me an apology, and I really did not feel like it was sincere. So I do want an apology.
Let me apologize to you now.
Okay, go ahead.
This started how it started, and I did a couple things I shouldn't have done. I did, and I apologize to you for it. And I apologized then. We both did. But at the time, you had 167,000 subscribers, and I had 500 Instagram followers. So what I did not have the effect of what you did, because it was people that knew you that didn't know me that was in my comments. And back then, he had more support than he does right now. But I realized
that still don't give you a right to put my baby. It don't matter if one person saw it. Once you put stuff up there and
why do you think I put your baby up there? I've never posted anyone's kids.
You did. You posted a group photo. It was a photo of my daughter's birthday party, and it was me and my cousins and all of our children. And you also posted my mom. You posted what she does. You posted her boyfriend. You posted all of those things. I'm not making it up. You did post my daughter on there.
Well, I apologize, and I haven't posted anyone's kids since. And I took that down immediately. It might have been up there for an hour or two, and I took it down because my people said, hey, you crossing the line. I was like, damn, I didn't even think of that, and I took it down.
But why was it considered crossing the line if she really was in contact with her family in June? Why was that crossing the line to report something that was true?
Well, let me explain that. Let me explain that because people throw things out and they never ask questions. Azriel was sent by R. Kelly in June. She was sent to come to do the same thing like what you're gonna see in the future, here and there in the future. And you're going to get a chance to see him in action, going through acting like he's a 13-year-old on camera for hours of footage of him on camera. No one can lie on him about this. And it's also in the motion that the United States filed 4 days ago of him being in action as if he's a 13-year-old training girls what to say to their parents or law enforcement if ever questioned. So her coming there to June, we knew about it. We knew she was there for a reason. We knew what she was there for accomplished, and then she vanished.
Yeah, but the fact of the matter is it was still true though. She still went with her family. So I just never understood why I was doxxed. I didn't make up a lie. I didn't tell people a lie. It was, I mean, whether he sent her or whether he told her to go, she still went, and she still went with her family. And then you guys twisted it and said that I was lying when she did go.
We didn't. Hold on. Let me clarify that. What we said was, it's not our responsibility to say if she came down there or not. That was his. Isn't that something that he would want put out to the public if she's visiting her parents? But it didn't go the way that he think it was going to go, so he never said anything about it. It didn't go to what he didn't accomplish what he set out to accomplish. This is what a lot of people don't know. We've had a lot of run-ins with him and all of his games. A lot. We've been on the phone with him a lot. He play a lot of games. You see what I'm saying? He play a lot of games. So while he was sleeping, we was working. While he was sleeping, we was working. And we already know what he was trying to accomplish. That's why it didn't work. And that'll be coming out. All of this stuff is going to come out. All of it's going to come out. But it wasn't for us to come out and confirm that she went anywhere. It was for him to confirm. If they set something up like they set up 50 things in the past and it didn't work, we'll sit back and we'll wait. We'll see what end it comes out on. And it never came out.
But I still don't understand. You said, okay, so I understand that part. You said, like, it wasn't for you guys to confirm, but you also denied, and you made it out to be like I was lying, and you put all my information out for saying something that was the truth.
You knew. Because we was trying to find out how you knew.
So putting out my mama, me, and putting out my information, what kind of car I drive, that's
not the reason why I put your information out. I put your information out because you put me on your page first.
I put you on your page with Angelo because you guys were talking about a plot and a plan that y'all had. So I said, hey, this is them. This is the plan that they say they got. This is what was covered on live. I didn't put your family out there. I didn't put, you was even in a mask.
Well, listen, I apologize to you.
I didn't even put your face out there. You had a clown mask or a scream mask or whatever the heck on.
Listen, I've already apologized to you. I apologize. It's like the 7th time I already apologized to you.
No, I get that, but I was just also explaining my side back to how I felt like, I was like, damn, this fucked up. Like,
No, let me confirm that. Yeah. Let me confirm that here on your page. Yes, she was right. As did come to in June, but it was another one of Don Russell. Don Russell was on your page. It was another one of his games. Everything he's ever tried has not worked, and that didn't work. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that he done that didn't work. Filming Tim, he done a lot of things. Done a lot of terrible, little, dirty, nasty things he getting ready to pay for. So we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. But we always have had his number. We have always had his number. So it wasn't for us to confirm anything. We wanted to see where it was going to come from because we was trying to find out what blogger was working with him. Because it'll be certain.
But the thing is, the funny thing is, I interviewed him, but the information did not come from him at all.
Yes, it did. 100% it did. 100%.
No, the person.
No, I know where you got it from. Wait a minute. I know where you got it from.
Yeah, I didn't get it from him. He didn't send me anything. So.
100% you didn't.
Yeah.
I know where that person. I know who was working with him at the time. But at the end result, we knew that it came from him. You see what I'm saying? It came from him, but we knew who he was working with at the time.
All righty. Well, I'm gonna give you what did you want to say to the people about in regards to Azriel off of that?
Listen, it's a lot of people that don't know what they're talking about. They're gonna see. I imagine they're not gonna give her a chance because they're concerned about him. That's understandable. He got fans, but
She
What I'm
also
trying
can't
to
say
tell
two different sides though. She got it. She can't flip flop. That doesn't go well.
And listen, if you understood what 4 years of layers of having to pull back information that you thought was deemed to be true in a matter of a month, a lot of people that couldn't do that. I don't think Joycelyn is going to be able to do that. It's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of therapy, and it's going to take a lot of, you got to understand. I fought that battle. I went through that with her.
Well,
You
if
see
that's
what
the
I'm saying?
case,
Like,
why? And I hear what you're saying. And I'm talking to you directly because the other callers, I'm just letting them speak. But to you, I'm speaking to you directly. If the motive is, you know, she's been through so much, she's been through this, she's been through that, why not? Why is it always money thrown? Why is it like, you know, Angelo responds to people and then he's like, oh, go buy my merch. Or she's like, you know, this.
Who said, do you know? Okay, let me explain.
Angelo, I seen it in the he responded directly to me on my interview, and then he told people to go buy his merch. And then he told people that he had 4 or 5 DVDs or documentaries coming out. And then Azriel was doing stuff where it was kind of looking like a money grab. So it's like, okay, if the thing is, you know, she's been through so much and I'm not taking that away from her, I'm truly not. Why is it always mixed in with a money grab?
Let me explain that, and it's not a money grab. Behind the scenes, from us being in this situation for a year, this situation is completely not about Azriel. We help multiple women across the country deal with multiple situations, and that costs money. If you will really watch our page, and really, not you, but it's a lot of people that watch our page, it's more people than Azriel that have these problems. No one is pocketing anything from anything that got anything to do with Team True. And the people, my mods, and the people that deal with me every day, they know I send out far more money than any donation or $25 T-shirt could ever match up to. And it's other people that's involved in Team Truth that send out way more money than that. It's a lady going across the country right now. I won't put her business out there, but she's going to rescue her daughter because of Team Truth. And that costs a lot of money to drive, to somebody to fly, rent a van, pack their child up, bring their child home. What we trying to do here is not go and grab a whole bunch of money and come up, this and that. That's not what this is.
I'm going to pause you for a second. Somebody in the chat, wait. Somebody in the chat said, Neek, you asked for money for viewing your page. I asked for donations to cover a topic, to take time to cover a topic. I'm not beaten. I'm not battered. I'm not brainwashed. I'm not somebody who went through a traumatic experience. I'm simply lending my time to have it placed for my subscribers to come talk about the situation. And for my time, if people can support me, they can. However, if the narrative is, if I was beaten, if I was battered, if I was, you know, coming from this thing, to me, the focus wouldn't be money. I'm doing my job. This is my job. Whether you think or look at YouTube, however you look at it, this is my job. Okay. However, when it comes to something that's not my job, if it's my real life, my real personal life, my real, you know, like there's things going on in my life that you guys have no idea about because I don't talk about it. But when it comes to my life is different from my job. So I just want to, but go ahead, Larry.
Well, some people don't know how much editing software costs. They don't know how much it costs to maintain, to update your system. Like, people want to see something different. They don't understand that. You know, it's some people that take money all day and they put absolutely zero back into their platform. And then sometimes you have to look out for people. People see what you take in and people go through problems. I have people I've paid their rent. I have people I've paid bills. I have the receipts for me paying their bills and paying their rent. And if they acknowledge, if they came and told me today, like, hey, yeah, you can put that up, I'll post all of it. You see what I'm saying? I have money. I'm not broke. They see me online. They know I don't live in a shack. I don't drive crappy cars. Like, I have a degree. I have money. I have things going on in my life. So when you see somebody asking for a donation for T-shirts, $25, add up how much a T-shirt costs, add up how much shipping costs, And the residuals from that is to bring some of these people's stories who email us about being abused to light. You know, because we can't pay for everything, and the money gonna have to come from somewhere. So, and this has been long. How do you think Angela was able to get? I just started a YouTube page 2 months ago. The website has been up for a month. How do you think we was able to fly in and fly out of Chicago and put different people in different places to keep an eye on Azriel, because it's dangerous once he went to jail? Everybody's not gonna be cool with her just going to Walgreens and riding around. A lot of people don't like that shit. So we had to make sure that certain things was in place to be able to keep an eye on his daughter in Joycelyn. You know, it ain't what you think. She deserved the world or whatever her career turn her into, but I mean, it's gonna be based on her talent. If she can sing, then
I just feel like just me personally, I think that she is talented. However, I think that the things that she has done, as far as saying one thing, saying the next, and then how it spins to her benefit each time, she's gonna have a tougher time with that. But thank you so much.
That's called being a woman. That's called being a woman.
Well, I'm gonna pause you for a second. I'm gonna take some more calls. Just hold on, okay?
All right.
Let's go back up. All right, let me answer some more calls. 213. Hello.
Tomorrow.
So
you're gonna have to wait until this is over.
213.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, hi. I was in the middle of chatting with my daughter real quick. Okay, I didn't get to see the interview. I didn't get to see it. So, but I'm getting little bits and pieces of what you're showing, and you know, I got so many different opinions about this, about her speaking out and stuff like that, and a bunch of other stuff. But I want to say thank you for covering this story, because you know, just like, you know, that guy, you know, he put your stuff all out there, you know, that was wrong. Okay. And, you know, there's so many different layers to this, and that's why, and you know what, when I was younger too, I mentioned in my last conversation on the line on your channel, you know, when I was 14, you know, someone brought this to my attention about the R. Kelly case, and, you know, I was 14 too, and it's just something that is burnt into my mind, and it's like, you know, I muted him long way before, and I hear so many different opinions and so many different stories and layers of things that people are saying, like Azriel or of the other ones that claim to be victims. And it's like I put all that together, and different bloggers that are doing interviews, and I put that together in my own head, and I still have that burnt in my brain, like, no, this is him. No matter what, this should have been muted a long time ago, but it didn't happen that way. So, you know, years and years later, here we are talking about this, but in a very public way, in a huge public way. And what made it more interesting to me was that there's so many different layers to this, you know. And one thing I did kind of believed what Azriel said on this short clip that you showed just probably like 5 or 10 minutes ago or 15 minutes ago about her new interview and coming out about some experiences with R. Kelly and stuff, that he had so many different victims in so many different states, probably 3 different major cities, or I don't know. You know, I do believe that he has a lot of other victims, or maybe people that he has came across, you know. So it's like, this is really running deep, you know. You see, I grew up in California. I'm here in California now, okay, but I'm also from the East Coast. So it's like, you know, this is kind of touching really close to home here, and
but it's really like it's very widespread. And you know, when you
All right, you gotta wrap it up.
Okay, so when you spread the poison, it really spreads on if you don't, you know, stop it. And you know, I have a child, so, and I work in human services, so I'm here for the victim. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, so like I said, if you guys want to get bumped up, I'm gonna stay on for like 10 more minutes. I don't really want it to go that much more over 2 hours. So if you guys want to call in, if you want to get bumped up, I'm not gonna be able to get to everybody. Send in a super chat, or you can even send in send in a super chat, because I'm not even gonna pay attention to the Cash App. 601. Oh, and if you do, you have to add your last 4. If somebody sends in, like T Lazy said, keep doing the great job. And he said, this is a setup. Thank you for the donation. Mom Fur Baby said, you don't need to explain to stupid people about what you do. Keep doing your thing. Thank you so much. Stop Playing sent in a $5 super chat and said, he just want followers. He's a liar. Hang up on him. And let's see, was there any other super chats after that? I can't see this one. It shows another super chat from Cindy, but I can't, it isn't letting me, see it. It isn't letting me see it, but thank you so much. So if you guys want to be bumped up, send in a super chat and it'll bump you up. 601, hello.
Thank you so much. So if you guys want to be bumped up,
cut off the background.
Cut off
all right. That sounds crazy. Okay. 720. Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Yes. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
All right. I'm a little irritated. I'm really so upset about all this because it just keeps going on, and like you can really obviously tell that damn near every last one of these women are doing the same exact thing. They're just scorned women, mad because R. Kelly did, which is typical of damn near every woman. I'm no superstar and I go through shit like this. So it's like, imagine being him, what you're going to go through. And like for Azriel, like how you was trying to say, like how you don't want to, I get how you trying to not be biased or whatnot, but you called it something else. It's called a liar. It's called a liar. Whenever people make change up their story, it's called a liar. It's nothing else about it. She's lying, period. You can't say, and then just like how she said, everyone, he made everyone do these things for him so that this happens, so that you can't be like, you know, so that you can't turn on him or whatever, but except me. That doesn't make sense. How is it everyone, but then it's except me? Why didn't he do it to you? Oh, so you're the only one he didn't do it to, but he did it to everybody else. I mean, it's like everything she's saying, he keeps changing. Anytime you change your story, it's called a lie, period. That's all it is. And it just frustrates me that everybody sit here and just be like, oh my gosh, what's going on? I mean, it's obvious. It's obvious what's going on. They're lying. Whenever if you tell the truth, that's one thing I always loved about Judge Judy. She said, when you tell the truth, you don't have to think. All of these making up different stories and all that, it's all lying. If you know what you did, you know how you came in. And can't know and as far as all that brainwashing thing, you can't brainwash anybody. That's not real life. I mean, it's just like being a player or being a pimp or whatever the case may be. Anytime you talk a girl into giving you money or anything, women do it all the time. That's not called brainwashing. It's not called brainwashing. If that's the case, damn near everybody brainwashed. You know how many people get used and abused? You know how people give money up to people? You know what I'm saying? And they end up doing them wrong in the end. It's naive. There's other words that should be used rather than brainwash. It's not brainwashing because, like she said, you know, you live, like Azriel said, you live and you learn. That's all to it. There's nothing else about it. It's not a crime. It's not a victim. It's not anything. I just like how police got mad at black people for doing pimping and try to make it seem like they made women do these things. You can't make nobody do anything, like you said, unless you put a gun to their head. You cannot make anybody do nothing. If they don't want to do it, they're not going to do it. They're not brainwashed. None of these girls are brainwashed. They just sack chasers who are trying to get a bag. All this shit is common sense, and it just bothers the hell out of me. Have to even listen to it. Like, what is wrong with these people? And all these people that, oh my gosh, R. Kelly is this, R. Kelly is that. Okay, if he is, and now they're trying to set the narrative to go along with Tasha K's story. Just like you said, it sounds just like Tasha K when it does. And then if you've seen the interview with Tasha K and Angelo, they said they
all right,
have
I'm
been
gonna let
working
you wrap
together
it up
for a
and give
long
your
time.
final
So
word.
now
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm about to. But now that Azriel has came back, what do you think they're doing? They're going along with her narrative. Period. So now they're trying to say all the same things Tasha K said to make her look good. But that's all. I just want to tell you. I just want to tell people to wake up and stop all that just believing all. If somebody lied to you, it's live and in 3D. It ain't no other way around.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in.
I appreciate it.
All right.
You too.
Let's see. My mom called in. My mom is on the line, but I'm gonna take one more person before my mama. Because you guys have been waiting patiently. 267. Hello. 267. Hello.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
What are your thoughts? Hello? Are you there?
Hello.
Yeah, what are your thoughts? Okay, I gotta go to the next person. I don't know what's going on. 847. Hello? 847.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. Hey, Nick.
Yeah. Hey.
I want to quote my spiritual father, Bishop Jakes, when he talk about the
Can you
PhD
talk up?
of a woman. I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you sound better. All right, go ahead.
Okay. I'm sorry. I wanted to quote my spiritual father, Bishop Jakes, when he talks about the PhD of a woman can manipulate the GED of a man. I just feel like African American women have been victims of domestic violence and sexual intimidation for as far as I can pretty much remember. I'm from Chicago Heights, and I remember as a teenager, everyone in the neighborhood talking about settlements with different women who haven't came out yet. I haven't heard any names that I know personally yet come out, but it's just an epidemic in our neighborhood because he just happened to be famous, but at the same time, it just opens the door to everything else not being able to be swept up under the rug and people being able to feel comfortable talking about the subject, but it is a common subject. R. Kelly is not the only person out here doing these things. I just relocated. I got 6 girls. I just relocated to another state from my abuser. I'm 33 years old. My abuser was 21. I got children from a previous marriage, but my abuser didn't have any children. He was younger than me. I have a whole degree. He didn't have one. So it doesn't matter how smart you are, and it really doesn't matter to me about what everybody feels because at the end of the day, what's going to happen has already really taken place. That's how I feel about it. I just feel like everybody is, the more time you spend on the internet, I feel like people will come up with different subjects to talk about, but nobody wants to talk about all the other women who don't get hurt or the other women who are in basic relationships. They go through the same thing. I'm on the phone right now, and I relocated from my abuser. I chose to leave. I got tired of babying him, working all the time, seeing him play the game all the time, him getting to feed my kids. I just got tired and I walked away. I packed all my stuff while he was asleep and I left. But all women aren't as strong to think like me. So I'm not judging anybody. All I'm saying is that it's been happening for years, and there's a lot of people in my family who have had things happen to them. It's time for us to talk about it, accept it, and find a new way to love each other. I think we all need to learn a lesson from R. Kelly instead of judging him, because he's not the only first person to say it, and he won't be the last. So y'all be blessed, and let's just try to love each other instead of trying to take anybody down, because we're not about that. We should be about unity. We should be about respecting other women. We should be trying to uplift other women right now. So much hatred going on. Everybody want to get weave and lace fronts, but nobody want to work on the inner woman. Every time I go outside now, I smile at women. They put their head down. So you can't tell me nothing until I start seeing women love each other again. I don't want to talk about R. Kelly until we just have self-love. Be blessed.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in. Thank you. All right. So, where'd my mama go? Oh, this is my mama, y'all. Mom?
Hello, y'all. Can you hear me, Neat?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I want the last caller. Woo, that's another topic on another day. And I just want to talk to old boy that put our business out, that put our pictures out on the internet. I don't trust him. I don't even know. I just get bad energy from him. I don't know his motive. And since they're always up to something, he's probably up to something else. They are bullies, and they bullies to women. I mean, they don't like what R. Kelly done, but they basically do the same thing. So when they don't agree with what people say, then they bully them, scare them, threaten them, and then put their business out on social media. That's whack. That's whack. I don't trust him. I shouldn't.
I'm here.
Girl.
Mom, don't be saying my whole government on here.
I'm just saying.
I'm here.
Don't trust him.
Don't
trust him.
Go ahead, Mom.
Don't trust him. And I wouldn't even let him get back on my call because he don't deserve to be on your platform because he ain't got no respect. He don't got no respect for women, just like R. Kelly don't got no respect for women. He out of line. That's all I want to say. He got a motive, and don't trust him.
All right, Mom. Mom, is there anything else you want to say? Oh, my mom hung up, y'all. But anyways, yeah, no, it wasn't no like, oh, I trust what you're saying type of thing. It's I'm allowing you to speak, and I'm also telling you what I think as well. Like I said, everything he said, I had a rebuttal for it, and I said, hey, well, this part doesn't add up, this part doesn't add up, this part doesn't add up. But as you guys can see, yes, my mom, she has been so angry since her information has came out. She has been so mad about it. Yeah, so my mom she's very angry still about that because she just was like, why did they put me out there? Like she just really like she really didn't like that at all. 908, hello.
Yes, hello.
Yes.
Hi, me.
Hey.
All right, so I just wanted to say this just briefly. I watched the documentary, and I want everyone to kind of just pay attention to this thing that was said in the documentary by Dominique. She said specifically that they didn't want to work. They couldn't imagine them working. So if you have somebody that's going to buy you shoes, buy you, take care of you, why not? So that just goes to show that, in a sense, they knew that they would have to do these sexual things, but in actuality, it was just for them to have material things because they knew that their parents couldn't provide those things for them. So in a sense, they just like, I'd rather take a beating and get Gucci shoes because I know at the end of the day, my parents aren't going to buy me the Gucci shoes. That was the whole mentality behind it. But I think that they didn't think it would get this bad. They didn't think that their hair would get pulled out. They didn't think that they would get herpes. They didn't think it would go to an extreme. But then it's like, okay, well, if I already have herpes, I might as well just still stay with him, you know? So it's like, in a sense, they knew that they would have to do things to get things, and they were okay with it. But in actuality, they had repercussions that they couldn't even deal with. Hence why most of them now are crying wolf. R. Kelly, I definitely believe he did all those horrible things, but they knew what they were signing up for. So it makes it a little bit harder to just say, it's harder to not just say, I told you so, because it was evident this man has a problem. Okay, that's all. Thank you, Meek.
All right, thank you so much for calling in.
You too. Have a great day. All the best. Watch yourself. Right. Bye.
All right, thank you so much. All right, so I'm going to take, oh wait, my mom called back in. I'm gonna take one more caller after my mom. Yes, Mom.
I see in the in the comments they saying I'm mad. Yes, I'm mad because you know why I'm mad? Because he put our business out there. Although he apologizes, it's people out there that really think that we are R. Kelly supporters and that they are crazy. It's some people out there with real mental health, and he didn't care about our children. He didn't care about me. He don't care about women. He don't care about my child. And so he put us in harm's way. After that happened, we got a lot of disrespectful stuff happening, and he don't care about that. And his apology is not sincere.
Yeah.
And he got kids, I'm sure, and he got a woman, I'm sure, but he come on with a mask and act like he invisible so nobody don't know who he is. Put your kids out there. Put your business out there so people could come towards you and attack you because you're not right. You're just not right. But guess what I'm going to do for you? I'm going to pray for you because you know why? I like to pray for people like you. I pray for your peace. I'm done.
All right. All right, so I'm gonna take actually I'll take 2 more calls and then that'll be that. Let's see, let's go back up. 267, hello?
Yeah, see, I don't trust them.
Hello? Hello? 267?
Yes.
Hey.
Oh my goodness.
267, are you there?
Oh.
Okay. Is this the same person that was not ready the first time? Okay, 337. Hello? 337.
Hello?
Yes.
Hi, Meek.
Hey.
I'm calling from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I was just wondering, like, how did they get a video of R. Kelly pretending to be a 13-year-old? Was there a plan set in place for Azriel to start recording him before he went to jail? Do you think?
Well, it sounds like it. It sounds like there was like a plan put in place to have certain things happen. That's kind of what it sounds like.
Yeah, because the people will be clamoring to get their hands on that video, and they will get offers for a lot of money. So I'm not refuting, I'm not saying that they weren't, beaten or, had to do all kinds of depraved sexual acts for him. But I'm thinking that, okay, they were okay with doing that because, he took very good care of them. And there are people who are into that sort of lifestyle to have more than one lover and, inflict pain upon them. There are people, I forgot what that lifestyle is called.
BDSM or something like that.
Yeah,
like
that
the
is
50
right,
Shades
yeah.
of Grey type of, there's people who are into the 50 Shades of Grey type. Yeah. It's called BDSM.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, so there are people who agree to that lifestyle and, they're not going to prison for it. And their lovers, like these girls were there for years. And like his bus driver, I heard an interview with him, I think it was last night. He said that they were able to leave anytime they wanted to leave, that no one was held captive. And they had the choice to leave, but they wouldn't. So
yeah, the bus driver, he reached out to me last week, a few days ago. And I was going to do a video about that, but go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm,
because he said lies to me, but go ahead.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of lying and a lot of, woe is me type of stuff going on right now, like, trying to get pity. But they knew what they were doing. They knew what they were getting into. And now that the money's run out, they're running out and trying to get, some deals off of their story. And also, I had pity for Angelo before, but as I look at different videos and listen to things that he said, he's also chasing the money, chasing the bag, if you will.
All right, I'm going to let you wrap it up.
A lot of this is, I don't care if he goes to prison for the rest of his life, I want that money. So that's my opinion.
All right, thank you so much for calling in.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
All right. Yeah, so she mentioned his bus driver. R. Kelly's bus driver reached out to me. And for me, anybody who reaches out to me who says that they were, you know, with R. Kelly or around R. Kelly or anything like that, the first thing I ask is, you know, do you have a photo with him? Do you have any proof that, you know, you're with him? So I was like, you know, he's told me like, you know, I was a bus driver. I made this amount of money with him. I did this and this and that with him. And then after that, he wrote another message. And I guess he did not realize that I was still the person that he was writing. And he reached out to me. I had no idea. This was before he even did any of the interviews that he did. I had no idea who he was or anything, never heard anything about him. And so in my same message where he reached out to me, he then wrote and he said, hey, you know, the girl Nick at Night, she reached out to me. You think she'll pay me? How much you think I could get for these plaques? And I guess he had plaques or something. And I'm like, wait, whoa. Like, you know, at that point, like, if you're going to lie on me, I really don't really want to know, like, what you have to say, because you just said a bold-faced lie and you thought you were sending it to somebody else. And you sent it to me. I guess he's an older man. He probably doesn't really know how to work social media. And I was going to do a video on that because I just was like, what the? It was the most bizarre. It was the most bizarre crap. Like, he literally wrote me and then I guess forgot that he was still writing me and was like, hey, Nick at Night reached out to me. You know how much she'll pay me? And I'm like, I don't even know who you are. Like, what the fuck? So he does have interviews going out. I don't really know the credibility of them, not taking away him working for R. Kelly. But if you could lie on me that quick and I didn't even reach out to you and I don't even know who you are, I don't know, man. That was just crazy. So after that, I was just like, you know, he left me his number to do an interview, but I was just like, I can't do it. But anyways, let me take one more call. 850, hello? Cut off the back. 850. 850.
Is she talking? Hello?
Yeah. Talking about you.
Okay,
Turn the
hold
background
on
off.
for a minute. Can you hear me now?
Yes. I can hear you. Go ahead. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. All right, I got to go to the next one. 410, hello? 410, hello?
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, Nick. So, what's up, girl? Haven't called in a minute. So, I just wanted to say a few things, right? Because I be listening to your lives. I obviously fuck with you. When I catch it, I come on. Lately, it's been a lot going on, so I really haven't caught the lives, but I be interrupted because you be doing your thing. So, here's a couple of things. So, first of all, this R. Kelly situation is so crazy. Like, I'm trying to hear it. I kind of knew that somebody was going to snitch on him because all this, we going to ride with you, we going to ride with you. It's only one. I think the other girl, what's her name, Jason? I think she's not going to snitch on him.
Your phone is it's very, very mumbled. It's very mumbled and it's broken up. Hello?
Is it breaking up? Can you hear me?
It's really bad service.
Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm sorry, you guys, but I was just speaking on the whole R. Kelly thing. So I don't think
It started to break up again.
Well, can you hear me now?
Go ahead.
If not, that's okay.
Go ahead.
All right, so I just want to talk about this whole R. Kelly thing. So I think it's crazy. Of course, I don't think, we know Jocelyn ain't gonna snitch on him because she already said she was gonna keep her word, which is cool. But I'm really tired of hearing about it. If they were going to do something about the situation, they should have did it years ago when it first came out. They took no initiative to even look it up. They didn't even really care, whatever. Like y'all said a while ago, y'all not R. Kelly supporters, maybe that you supporting what he do. But if he's not in the wrong about certain things, let it go. Like, y'all should have did this. Like, it's you know, these girls getting older now. Like, it's just a waste of time, for real, and a waste of money. And also to the fact of the dudes that actually called in. Like, I don't know what's going on with these guys and their attitudes, but I tell you what, y'all need to fix your attitude. This girl gets on here and makes her life. You calling up her here, you putting out her family business. Like, what purpose do you have to do that? That's not for you to do. You know what I mean? You don't know this girl from Adam and Eve. And sure, you could send bombs like she sent bombs, but you would feel some type of way if her bombs became more aggressive. And I have a problem with these dudes and these attitudes because they act like females. I'm so tired of it. Like, y'all grown men, you need to act like it. Hold them nuts, stop night. Every little thing is ridiculous. It's crazy. And I feel your mom calling that because if that was my daughter and she was born alive and the nigga called in, I would do the same thing. So, yeah.
Alrighty, thank you so much for calling in.
All right, good night.
All right. Oh dang, where's the All right, so we have other people on the line. Sorry I can't get to you all. But before I go, somebody said to do a video about the bus driver. I don't want to do a full video on him, but I will show you guys the receipts of when he wrote me. And I mean, he wrote me more after this, and I was just like, what the hell? I'll just show you guys here on this live because I don't want to dedicate. I was gonna do a video on him, but I don't want to dedicate my time to him, honestly and truly. So I'm gonna show you guys the receipts here because I just was so baffled. Like, what the heck, homie? Like, how you gonna write me and then forget that you writing me and then say that I am the one that hit you up and I don't even know that you existed in life. Like, I just was so baffled about that. So I'm gonna pull those receipts on the screen, show you guys what he said, and then that'll be that on this live. Thank you guys for all of you guys who tuned in to this live. Thank you guys for all of you guys who sent in a donation. Thank you guys for all of you guys who support my channel. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys don't even know. Sometimes I be snapping on folks. I do got a real life shit be going on, and sometimes people be saying shit that really just be like, girl, you want attention? Let me give you your attention that you want, baby. And I really should not give that much attention, and my birthday is coming up, you guys. I'm probably gonna try it to be less popping off. I'm probably gonna be trying to pop off a little bit less, but sometimes folks be they be irking me, boy. But anyways, let me get these receipts on the screen. I was trying to put my logo on it because I know as soon as I post anything, motherfuckers gonna try to snatch my shit. You know, they be stealing my shit and then wanna put it on their pages and stuff, and it's like, sweetie, this came from me, boo-boo. You know what I'm saying? So let me put this on the screen. So like I said, the bus driver, he reached out to me and he wrote me, and this was on January 20th. So he wrote me on January 20th, and he told me, he said, I was the bus driver for Robert Sylvester Kelly from December 2000 till January or February 2015. And yes, Homeland Security from the Eastern District of New York came to my home state and questioned me for 4 hours about the years that I worked for him. Call me, those was the good old days, until he couldn't look for the ride around in the bus anymore. That's when I left. I was, and he said, I was knocking down 2,500 to 5,000 a week driving this man everywhere. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the screen sideways. Okay, so he was saying basically, you know, he worked for him from December 2000 to February 2015. He was making between 2,500 to 5,000 for driving him around. So So when I seen it 2 days later, and I replied because I check my Facebook messages, but I check my Instagram more actively. So I'd seen it and I'm like, okay, well, do you have any photos with him? So once I was like, do you have any photos with him? Then he replied and showed me R. Kelly's plaques that he has. So I guess, these plaques are R. Kelly's that are in his possession. So he wrote to me, and I guess the first 2 sentences he was replying to me, and then the next 2 messages he forgot that he was replying to me, and I think that he thought that he was sending that to somebody else, because I don't know why he would, say that. But anyway, so I asked him, did he have any photos with R. Kelly? And then he said, no, but I have these. And then so I look at them and I see, so these look like plaques from R. Kelly CDs or something. And then he said, no, but I have these from the years that I worked for him as the bus driver. And then below that, he put, hey, that chick Nick at Night reached out to me on Messenger. Do you want me to prove who I am? Is she going to pay me? And then it says, how much do you think I can get for them? So I guess he was saying, how much does he think that he can get for R. Kelly's plaques? So immediately at that point, I was just like, if you gonna lie on me and say that I reached out to you and I don't even know who you are, all I'm saying is responding to you, writing me. All I'm saying is, do you have photos with him? And then you turn around and say that I'm the one who reached out to you and I didn't even know who you were. To me, that was kind of questionable. So yes, there is a bus driver that is doing interviews. He has done interviews around the web, but I just found that to be kind of interesting. Somebody said, Nick, do a commentary of this video in Azriel saying the total opposite in her other videos. Blue Skies, thank you so much for the documentary. Thank you so much for the donation. That's what this whole entire live has been. So when I hang up from doing this live, catch the recap, because this live has been about people calling in, talking about what Azriel has put out. That's what this whole entire live has been about. So those of you who are just now tuning in, definitely catch the recap. With that being said, that's all for this video. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Those of you guys who want to support my channel, this is work. People don't think it's work, but this is work, okay? And I do appreciate anybody who wants to support my channel. When it comes to this R. Kelly topic, when I cover 50 Cent, Taraji P, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, any other person, I never ask for donations. I never ask for anything like that. The only topic you will ever or you will ever see me say, support me, because this stuff takes a lot of time. This stuff takes a lot of time. So those of you who want to support my channel, please do. That's all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys got in late, be sure to hit the recap button. Those of you who are calling in, I'm no longer taking calls. So catch the next live. Turn your post notifications on so that you're notified when I go live again. And anytime I have a call in, if you want to get bumped up the line, always the way to do that is to send in a super chat with your last 4 numbers. Thank you guys who are watching.